Welcome back, Stranger Than Fiction family. Welcome back, YouTube. So, today's video, I just want to take a dive into, why I use the word strange. Why I use stranger than fiction. So let's go into the definition of the word. I pulled up, there's two separate definitions here that I pulled up. The first one says, unusual or surprising in a way that is unsettling or hard to understand. Second definition, not previously visited, seen, or encountered, unfamiliar or alien. So when I say strange, when people see my back or, you see the top of my head, it could be unsettling or hard to understand, how I'm walking around with my back the way that it is. It does kind of throw off my balance a little bit. What I don't think people understand is, I've been walking, when I first got out of the hospital, of course, I was walking with a walker. I've been walking with a cane since maybe August, September of last year. I got off the walker and started walking with the cane. I'm just now getting to where I can kind of mobilize without the cane. That's the goal of mine before I really start hitting the gym and, going hard in the gym is, I want to kind of, stop using that cane to walk around and stuff. That way I can, get on the treadmill or get on the elliptical and just kind of hold on and walk that way maybe, Mostly my training is going to be mostly about cardio. So before people start saying, man, don't call yourself strange. Not that I call myself strange, but it's hard to understand how someone could walk around. You guys saw the video of my wife cleaning my back. It's hard to understand how someone could walk around with their back like that. A lot of people, like I said before, would have given up. There were times where I thought about giving up, Not necessarily while I was in the hospital because, I just knew I had to come back home. I have a wife and kids. But like I said, depression and things like that is very, very real when it comes to stuff like this. There's times where it's like, man, would my family be better off if, everybody's got to come around and help, especially when I first got home, it was very rough. I always had to have someone there with me. So if my wife went to work, my mother or my grandmother, my father, someone had to come be at home with me. I couldn't be there by myself. It was hard for me to get up out of my chair. This chair that I sit in, I literally had to sleep in this chair for like almost 3 months. I was waiting for we had ordered the bed, where it raises your head and your feet and stuff like that. And it took, maybe 2 months for them to get it and bring it and put it together on my bed. So this recliner that I'm sitting in right here doing my video, a lot of my videos out of, I literally slept in this thing for 2 to 3 months. It was rough. I couldn't sleep in the bed with my wife. Obviously, it's a recliner. There's only enough room for me. My daughter used to sleep in the living room. We have a big, sectional. My daughter used to sleep on the sectional just so she could sleep with me because she's so used to, coming and sleeping in the bed with me and her mom. She loves to sneak into my room at night while we're sleeping and, sleep in the bed with us. She's been doing it since she could walk, literally. But yeah, also, I went and seen my doctor for my pre-op, the other day. And I got the audio of, what he said the surgery is. He basically said it'll be like being pregnant in my back. He's just gonna stretch my skin with this balloon, and I'll play the audio. I don't know how. I'm gonna somehow figure out a way to get the audio to play maybe before, probably after this video. See if I can, string the audio after this video to where you guys can hear him talk about it. But like I said, my main focus here is, to encourage someone, motivate someone. You don't have to just sit there and let your life pass you by. You don't have to sit there and just waste your life away. Like I said, I still coach Little League football. It's tough, but I pushed through it because I started something with those kids that I just didn't want to, say, hey, you guys, I know we went to the Super Bowl our first year, and, but, I had this accident. We're not going to do it anymore. We're working on our 3rd year now. you know, I was able to actually get out there and, you know, work with them. Now, as far as the standing, you know, that's probably the hardest part for me, because my body it just, you know, locks up, it tightens up, it's a lot of pain. So, you know, I'll stand, I make sure I have a chair or some, you know, close by to where, you know, I may need to sit down for a couple minutes, and then, you know, I'll get back up and I can walk the sidelines and kind of help coach. But, you know, I'm gonna take you guys along the journey. Like I said, you guys will get to, you know, watch me coach a football game. You guys will get to maybe watch me in some practices and stuff like that. You guys will get to see me go to my son's football games. My daughter just finished her gymnastics. She'll start back up in the summer. I think it starts next month or a month after, something like that. You know, I go to her gymnastics. I still live a fulfilling life, or at least I try to. You know, I try to make it to where not much has changed. You know, as far as, like I said, I can't work. I would love to, but, you know, other than that, my life is still fulfilling. I still try and do all the things I did before my accident. I'm gonna post. I'm gonna try and post. I guess it'll either be here or somewhere. Actually, well, it'll probably just be over the whole screen. Where when the doctor's talking, I kind of post the paperwork. You know, you can pause it and read, you know, what the surgery is, what they're going to be doing. But it's the paperwork of, you know, what the surgery is. And what I didn't know is, I guess ladies with breast cancer may know this, but this is a surgery that they often do with, you know, breast cancer patients, I'm guessing, where, you know, they take that out and then they have to stretch the skin to cover, you know, wherever, you know, they took it out at, or however that works. I'm not really sure. Like I said, you know, I got audio of me asking him questions. I'm gonna try and put that in here on the end of this video, let you guys kind of hear it from a doctor's perspective. My surgery is next Wednesday, so I'll do a video on my way to the hospital. I'll do a video once I leave the hospital so you guys can see all of that. Also, the scab on the top of my head peeled off, and I think it actually peeled off a little early, because it'll go back to normal like it normally is, but right now it's still kind of, you know, open or whatever. And then I also have on this side of my head, looks like where I maybe got scratched or something. Like I said, I can't feel it, so I don't know what happens. I just, you know, I'll wake up or I'll go, you know, to the restroom or something. I look in the mirror and, you know, it's red or it's bleeding or whatever. And I'm like, man, did I hit my head? I don't remember doing that, you know, but I can't feel it. So of course I don't remember doing it, you know. So just have to be really careful. My wife, she doesn't get upset with me, but, you know, I can tell there's times where, you know, I'll walk in, I'll be like, baby, I think I hit my head. And she'll be like, man, you gotta be careful. You have to be careful. And it's like, I'm trying, you know, people hit their head, they hit their knees, their toes, whatever, all the time. You know, it's just the difference between me and other people is, the best way I guess I could put it is, when I hit my head, the only way I know that I've hit it is when I've gone too far. So it kind of be like someone who can't see, someone who's blind, and they walk into the wall. They don't know that they're walking into the wall until they hit it. So when I hit my head, it's like, I don't know until, like, if I'm coming up, that's how I knew I hit it on the trunk of my car, because I was coming up, and as I was coming up, all of a sudden, my momentum stopped. So it wasn't the actual hit, that it was the moment. So it's like, when I hit it, it's almost like I'm going too far, because if it's something that can even move slightly, I don't notice it until it stops me. Crazy situation, but it's the life I live. I'm gonna start posting pictures and stuff like that. I think I'm gonna start with pictures of my truck, show you guys, you know, what the truck looked like the night of the accident, what it looks like now. Excuse me, you guys probably wouldn't even realize that it was a truck at this point. But I'm gonna show pictures of that, and then I'll show pictures of the laceration in my head from when I was in the hospital, pictures of, you know, what they took out of my back, pictures of my back. My wife actually had some pictures. One of the doctor, you know, gave her phone and let her take pictures of when I was actually in the surgery room. No video, I wish there was, but, you know, it is what it is with that, I guess. But anyways, like I said before, Strangerthanfiction family, let's not forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you guys know every time I'm dropping a new video. And like I said, you'll be able to see the different spots on my head. And remember this, no matter what your condition is, no matter what you're going through, you can still live a fulfilling life. And let's never forget, Stranger Than Fiction family, whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger.